Is there a sense of how your eyes are the knots and the gnarls of the body? One moment where we're all activating waking ourselves up. Great. That was beautiful. This is always my favorite part of rehearsals. Just seeing how your bodies move, how you find yourself in your body. It's always really beautiful to watch. Oh, sorry. Maybe I had the music a little too loud, huh? But some of what I was saying was maybe exploring ways of like, how do your hand eyes blink? Yeah, is there a mechanism for that? Just thinking about like if you're coming out of hibernation and what that moment would be for our faces lighting up, that there might be something there for the hands to explore. And then some other thoughts were just like finding where those knots are of your bark and the wood of you and those gnarly places. Where are the grooves of you? Where are like the bare bald spots? Just discovering what the texture is of your body. Cool. What were some things that you discovered from that?
What were we calling the two states again? Like active witnessing and static witnessing?
I was thinking more like hibernation, although it's not really truly hibernation because it's not like you're like asleep, but hibernation being the more static one, and then the active witnessing as the second one.
Yeah, the hibernation idea was really like figuring out like how am I like still alive and how can I move? It felt like like big sighs would be like a shift. And
Oh,
then like, yeah, then there'd be like another sigh and then moving into something else.
nice. Like suspension. Not necessarily, although I think that could be part of it. I think getting away from the idea that you're moving or you're still, right? That even, a blade of grass, say, even during the winter, it still gets moved with the elements, even if it's not really in an active growing state. That there is still like a sense and an awareness of yourself. And also maybe a need, but maybe not quite as alert and outward. Maybe it's more inward, while still maybe needing a little bit of a sense of like, my eyes can wake up, they can be positioned to protect me, to kind of look out for some dangers that might come this way. Does that make more sense? Yeah. What else?
I was thinking kind of like in the same along the same lines as the hibernation idea of like, especially now being spring, like seeing like the tree. I mean, really the trees are in a form of hibernation over winter. And then as you see spring approaching, you see those little buds, the leaf buds, and that was kind of the imagery I had in my head of the hibernating and then the awakening.
Right.
It's just like the slow awakening into like this full, I don't know, leaf, it's not a head of leaves. I don't even know what it is, but you know what I mean?
Like, you're like canopy, your foliage, yeah.
Right, but it's not sudden. It's this gradual growing into its full form.
I love that. I wish I had thought of that. And now I'm like, now I want to go back and try it with that idea.
Love it. Yeah, that's beautiful. It's kind of like and like watching my magnolia tree this year, and like the little buds, they form like so slowly. It's like they're just like you don't notice them, then they're like, oh, it's a tiny little thing, and you're waiting for them to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and then suddenly they're like ploop. And then they're like ploop, and they're gone. That kind of like, there can be really like long awakening, and also maybe like some moments that are like, oof, and now it's here, now it's arrived. Anything else that kind of came up?
I had a hard time witnessing y'all because, well, I'm just blind and this is tiny. But to my right here, I don't know if you can see it because of the sunshine, there's these giant green things that I could very much see. And I was kind of staring at them. I was witnessing them, not y'all. Sorry about it.
They were your kin.
They were, because like every expansion on it has like 8,000 more expansions, and on those 8,000 there's like 8,000 more, and it looks very dense. But then I was like, but if you're like underneath it, you can probably see between every little thing. So it was just a lot of like
the spaces.
I wanted to be in it. I wanted to be in the tree.
Yeah, nice. I was having a thought for rehearsal next time. I'm just gonna write this down, because also I feel like I love all this imagery. It's like so like peaceful in a way, and I also think we may want to try to grab maybe next rehearsal a sense of like these the austerity maybe of these creatures, and maybe slightly sinister? Like, would they lure somebody into their forest den and feed them these poisonous apples just as something to do? Not for real reason.
Yeah. I don't know what, I mean, I'm sure a lot of folklore has like this kind of idea, but I'm most familiar with like Celtic and Celtic folklore and how they're like gods and goddesses, like like almost all of them were tricksters. They had like a beautiful side and a kind side, but then like if you did one thing wrong, they like flipped. And so you never really knew what you were gonna get. And they also have this idea that like if you stepped on a certain bush at midnight, you would slip into this realm and you'd be around all of them. And that's kind of what I think about like with these creatures and then the apples. Like some are poisonous and some aren't. And like you get to choose what you're giving, when you're giving, why you're giving it. Which is cool.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I think these creatures are very powerful also in that way. Yeah, I love that. All right, so can we switch our brains back to choreography? And we want to look at maybe try some different facings, patterns, and things like that. Yeah, so can we do like a 2 or 3 minute break even, and we'll come back and give you a few minutes to review the phrase and stuff.
Kristen.
Yes.
We got our first donor. 500 doll hairs. And change.
Who was it?
My mom.
Mom.
Yeah. She texted me and she was like, I donated. I hope other people do. And I was like, Mom.
That's so cute. Aw, yay.
Yeah. 10% of the way there. Well, yeah, over.
Also, my birthday is on May 4th, so I may use that as like an ask. Like donate to this project because it's the first time we've been able to do a project in a long time.
Yeah.
Ha!
BRB.
Okay. Okay. So, do you want to review on your own, or would you like to just go over it all together with counts? Why don't I count for you? All right. Ready, 5, 6, 7, 8. Step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and dive, dive. Step, roll up. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5 and 6 and 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5 and 6 and 7, 8. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8. Great. I feel like it's a little murky timing wise. Here. 6, 7, and 8. Yeah, you're trying to stay on the one leg until you actually put it down on 8. And so there's the inward action, there's the parallel lift action, and then the plant. 5, 6, and 7, and 8. It's a 7 and 8. Come up on this part. Yeah, okay. So you have 1, 2, and. It's the 2 and. 1, 2, and drop. 6 and 7 and 8. Yeah. And this moment, the attitude actually is a fully pointed toe. I think when it's my phrase, I sometimes tend to do more of the fully pointed. Yeah. Great. So let's see if we can play a little bit. I know it's really fresh still, but I think these ones are doable for today. So the first 16 counts, before we go into the first step with this arm configuration, is going to be more exploratory. So I want you to kind of start with this, this kind of hand gesture. Oh, sorry, this way, hiding the eyes. Maybe this is sort of like eyes are closed here. And this is elbows in. And you're kind of resting your wrists on your hips there. So you can start here. And then finding different ways to awaken and be in the active witnessing, so that by the 16 counts, you've found this position with the arms and are ready to step. So all that stuff we did in the exploration of like being alive in the legs and this sort of like kind of kneading. You can already be a little bit in this rocking if you like here, but it doesn't have to stay there. You can kind of like, can find different ways to be. Also, maybe imagine that you have like on the top of the head, this way of seeing as well. Or maybe this is like your antenna, a different way of sensing and feeling the air around you. So that's going to be 16 counts for you to explore. And then we'll go into the unison, which is another 16. I think we can add in a little bit more to this for looking at it. Let's see. We'll go into Maddie's phrase. I think we wanted to maybe try, would something like that work to change facing? Do like a little spin.
Like on the way down?
Yeah.
I feel like, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So can we try, what do you want to do, like, why don't we just have like 2 people facing front, 2 people facing back? Does that seem doable?
For the third phrase? Yeah.
Yeah, so let's say.
I'll volunteer to flip.
To face back. Okay. So why don't we do Maddie and Melissa facing back? Yeah. And I think let's go through. Let's just go through the first hinge there. And stop. We'll just stop there.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's really the only change, except for adding explore.
On the unhook, Melissa. So I am hook, bring it to the side, and then as you bring it down, flip one in.
Yeah. It feels really nice, actually.
I do like it. It makes it feel a little less.
We're gonna stop. We won't go through all the rest of the phrase. We're gonna stop at the hinge, the first one. Yeah. Okay. Is that doable? Shall we go with some music? Okay. Here we go. Exploring. Push down. 5, 6, 7, 8. Explore. Waking up. 1 more 8. 5, 6, 7, 8, and step. 2, 3, 4. 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, and 2. Yeah, those 16 counts go by fast. I really like how it looks with this kind of like flipped. I'm kind of curious what it would look like to see it not just flat, but slightly angled. So I'm wondering, instead of facing back, if it could be to the corner, the left upstage.
What if it was the other corner?
So you don't have to turn as much?
Yeah, and that would get maybe a better view of both
Mm-hmm.
arms. This is at a corner, and so I'm having a hard time.
Yeah, I think you're right. So then people who are facing the front, that would make it your downstage left. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That one's not as fun. That's too much though. Yeah, a full spin is too much.
Could they do, if we're here, could they do just that? Or is that what we're doing?
Oh, like just cutting it.
I was cutting it to the back, right?
This way?
Yeah.
Am I doing what you're doing? Okay. Yeah, so right hand towards the right back corner. Yeah,
Weird.
because you're there. Yeah, let's try it. Let's just try from the 5, 6, 7, 8, and I'll count it. Can see what that looks like. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I like it up through this moment, but then I want it to turn into a true flip again for the hinging, the step into the hinging. Do you want to watch it, Maddie?
Sure, yeah.
Oh God, do I have to do it? Shit. Okay, I'm ready.
5. I'll start with the 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know. I don't know if it's like with the mirrors, but it looked like everyone was doing the same angle on the camera. So I don't know.
Oh, here, I can unmirror. I think I did do something weird.
But I understand why it being at a perpendicular angle versus a true like parallel to each other wouldn't be as satisfying for the hinge.
Oh wait, I should have gone this way.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
That could be easy to cheat for the people that don't do the big flip first. So Frosty and Dustin, if after you do like your path, sorry, let me workshop it in my head and then I'll figure out what it should. Could we try flipping and stepping to the back right corner? So if we can wobble forward, tilt to ankle, and step out like a 45-degree turn.
Yeah, I think that's
Would be the right angle to end
yeah.
this facing each other.
Yeah. So Melissa and Yumi are at this angle for the hinge. So our eyeballs are facing camera, potentially. Yeah.
And then, yeah, so it would be one eyeball facing camera at the head and then one eyeball facing camera at the hip.
Mm-hmm. Do you want Prosty and Dustin to change at all their eye facing? So they're facing this way, their eye potentially not towards camera.
Right. Could they do ear?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so it's right.
Mm-hmm. Great. And are you attaching at that hip with fingers or with the palm?
Fingers.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's it. Mm-hmm. This is almost like the apple idea. Listening to the apple.
Listening to the apple.
What songs is it singing to you? Can I watch that with that?
Yeah.
Go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Sweet. I like that a lot. It looks really strong.
Sweet.
Cool.
Hammer it in.
Let's yeah. Is there anything else that we're gonna get to? No, I think that's about it. Yeah, let's do it some music. From the beginning. Y'all scared? And 5, 7, 8, 1. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 6. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 1, and 2, 3, and 4, 5, 7, 8, 1, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Great. Still a little murky in the beginning, I think, with some of the facings with the head action. But I think we just needed to do it a bunch of times. In actuality, when we are on set, you're probably gonna already kind of like be in this action before something that I think is helpful to do on set is to kind of be prepared to be in character as soon as the camera person says camera rolling. So already coming into your character, already like finding some of that movement. I was thinking that I may actually play like a couple of counts of music so that we all have a beat to go off of. And sometimes we'll do some with music and we'll do some without. So it'll kind of be up to you to carry the beat and silence for some of those takes. But to already be finding this so that by the time there's action is called, that you're ready to be in the moment. So I think that's kind of what this moment can start to feel right now. It's not that you're like performing, but that you're getting ready and finding that creatureliness of you. Yeah. So.
Are we? It's 11:30. Is that?
That's our stop time. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. So I was just going to clarify, maybe review this one more time before we go. The head here and the directions. So you have look, dive, come around the corner, nod, the head lingers. And then you have 4 more, 3, 4. Then you have dive, dive, step. Yeah. Okay. Why don't we, if it's okay if we go like 1 more minute, can we do that with music one more time? And then we'll leave there for today. Yay. Five, 6, 7, 8. Action. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 more 8. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, already coming together. Nice job. Okay, so thank you so much, everyone.
Yay!
Yay, first Zoom rehearsal. I haven't had to do this. I feel like other people have been doing this and I have not. Nice work. Yes, so we'll see you on Friday. If you have any questions about anything, feel free to email or text. And I'll see you next time.
Yay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye, 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 bye.
Bye.
Yay. So I will see
Yay.
you. Yay. I'm going to see you soon.
Yes.